the biggest place for advertising was the Super Bowl in the United States. So all these .com companies got billions of dollars from investors. They had no sales. So they would buy advertising in the Super Bowl for $1 million and get $10,000 of sales. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and the wisdom of how they sold their first million.
Yeah. So, Matthew, regarding AI and advertising, do you think that AI is gonna facilitate and improve the work of the entrepreneurs? Or it's gonna be something else that you're gonna be paying for? That, you know, because in the end of the day, all this social media, it hasn't done for the entrepreneurs that now everybody needs to have a YouTube channel, everybody needs to have a Facebook, everybody needs to have a YouTube, everybody needs to have a TikTok, and now everybody needs to have a manager that create content on all those platforms you want to be in business. So all of the sudden, the whole thing has become a big overhead, huge, yeah? So that didn't exist before, yeah? Before it was none of them, so entrepreneurs before didn't have these overheads to even talk about this overhead, but now this is the game, and now AI comes, and so what is it? What is the price that entrepreneurs they're gonna be paying for this AI technology? Is it actually?
I don't see it as a price. I don't see anything as a. These are all just tools that pop up on our society, and when they're new, people, you know, it's like computers when they first came into the world. Because I'm old enough to remember, all the computers were doing was keeping. They said everybody needs a home computer, like to keep their recipes on. Yeah, that's stupid, you know. Yeah,
but everyone we use the computers at the beginning, right?
Right, you can't be left behind, so you buy a computer. It's a stupid way to. You have to find a car. Like you're going to buy a big car and you don't travel. Why the hell you buy a car? Yeah, you have to see what it. I use AI mostly because it's a wonderful research tool for me. This I did on AI, and this I did on AI. You know, and whoa, that's how me. It's like the library used to be. The library. You go to research in a library and you get real information. You know, nobody's selling you, you know, Hawaii vacations or anything like that. You know? It's books. It's real information. That's what AI is, though. And I don't know, 3-4 years from now, it's going to be full of crap and they'll be selling you something. But right now, see, for me, for the Giving Society, I go into AI and I'll say, give me all the programs in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, from government offices and nonprofit organizations, because I know they're the ones that give out money, and give me their websites in Pennsylvania that'll help me start a business. Pow! I'll get 50 right away. And I know them all. So I check this all the time. I know these are real sources. So it's great. If you go to Google and do that, you get 200 million. And the ones that really give it to you, you'll never find them in there. So it's wonderful for my stuff. Trying to educate.
Very effective search engine, right?
Yes, exactly. And it's not good on current stuff. It won't find out what happened yesterday, you know, kind of thing. So they don't get that news. It maybe will be. But yeah, there's good. And organizing data. You want to see data in some form. I mean, the same thing. I just put in you know, the top 10 places for millionaires. Here's another one I did. Denials. You know, like insurance claim denials. Well, here's another one. I want to look at the wages for the last 40 years of people, and like the bottom 90% and the top 10%. The bottom 90% wages down, down, down. The top 10% up, up, up.
These are the results coming from your research, yeah.
Exactly, and it costs me nothing. It's fun.
Yeah. And do you remember when how difficult it was to write the letter, right? Especially
yes.
To write the contract, yeah, an agreement. and now you go to that thing, and it's done, right?
These are all tools. I mean, you learn how to use them and see if it's right for you or not. I mean, they shouldn't be anything to.
Do you think that they
change.
can save business? There are some studies there. Maybe you're a great researchers that all employees that are spending maybe 20 or 22% of the time doing repetitive tasks, and this kind of.
It may be. I mean, the answer of all this is maybe. And what you have to do as an entrepreneur, you try it to see. You're the only one who can see and tell what it's going to do. And it's easy even to get the talent to do that. Now on places like Fiverr, Fiverr, Fiverr. So you say, okay, show me how to, take my Gmail inquiries and organize them, and for $50 or something, you probably have that done if you want to do it. And you test it. You don't know. You don't want it to go by and ignore it, say it's stupid. It may be, but it may not be. So you have an obligation to try it, but not, we're going to change everything and do it. That's silly.
Yeah. So do you really think that when government gives these grants, so, do you have to comply because those grants sometimes they're given for you to fit certain purpose for marketing, for advertisement, for product development? Do you and some of those grants you have to give it back, right? Or you always
No, I mean, unless you're a fraud or something like that. No, I've never even seen any of that. Well, actually now, because the COVID grants were so big, people were pretending their businesses when they weren't. So they caught some of those people and had to give them back. No, that's the least of your problems. The problem, they're out there, but finding the right one.
Find the right one, and also use, that's the other thing, Madhu, is to have, the right mentor, the right framework to use the money effectively. Because if you use the money, but you find the money, but then you don't have enough skill, exactly like what you shared before. If you don't know enough sales, and then you take this money and you don't test small, it can disappear really quick, right?
I've seen that happen a lot. I know it'll work. And it doesn't. So you could spend $100 million on advertising and that what's happened when the .com happened in the 90s. The biggest place for advertising was the Super Bowl in the United States. So all these .com companies got billions of dollars from investors. They had no sales. So they would buy advertising in the Super Bowl for $1 million and get $10,000 of sales. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. They have money. That's money makes you stupid. And that's better to start. I mean, the first two businesses I started with money, and they both failed. And 3 businesses after that, I never used money, and they were a success. You learn how to succeed without money, and then you're able to take the ups and downs of the business, that we all have to live in. You know how to do that. If you only know how to spend money.
Sometimes having money to start your first business probably is not a good idea.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.